right, everybody, we're here. The long-awaited Guardians of the Galaxy trailer is upon us.
So I finally have a reason to not watch Jimmy Kimmel ever again after
Same
that.
here.
I love our younger fan base going, what's a Jimmy Kimmel? And I'm like, well, you see, kids, Jimmy Kimmel was the guy I was super jelly of back in the day because he was married to Sarah Silverman, but that's not the case anymore.
Well, the best part is we got the trailer. Pretty damn awesome 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So we're here with one of our breakdowns, and we're just going to get right into this. So as the trailer starts, guys, we see our hero here, Star-Lord, entering with some sort of orb. Any ideas what that is? Do you just think that's just like one of those space galactic-light type of things?
Yeah, I think it's just a torch.
I think this is the opening thing. I was actually kind of freaked out at first because I was having horrible flashbacks to Chronicles of Riddick. I'm like, oh no! The design, the way it's put up, oh no, this is a lot darker and serious. Thankfully, they break the dark seriousness like 2 minutes later.
Right. Well, that's when we go to the next scene, and, you know, when he's in this temple-looking thing, we don't know exactly what this temple is. There's not a lot of detail on it. He's looking at some sort of object. Now, this object has been featured in a bunch of the promotional arts. Hybrid today on the podcast was speculating on what it is, and speculating this is going to be one of the other Infinity Gems.
Yeah, I think it is as well.
Now, you know, when he takes it, we get our look at another actor who comes into the scene here. Now, this is a guy, you know, a lot of people were saying, okay, he's got to be, you know, like Black Panther. Well, either way you look at it, he's Korath the Pursuer.
Hey, good old Korath.
What do you guys think of his design here?
It's a bit of a departure from the comics.
Yeah, isn't he meant to be blue?
A little bit. Yeah, well, he's a. I'm gonna sound horrible here. I'm not up to date on my Marvel aliens, but that's Shi'ar, right?
I thought he was a Kree.
They're the blue sky. God damn, there's too many aliens.
Kree are blue. Kree are blue.
Okay, the Kree are blue, the Skrulls are green. Okay, too many aliens. Sorry, Mr. DC guy, I'll shut the hell up.
Yes, he is a Kree. Thank you. What I do like, though, is you do get a little bit of his backstory here just by looking at him as he enters. I mean, he's got, you know, a little bit beat up. You look at his armor, there's clearly rust and blood stains on it that are old, and he's not cleaning those. It's like his trophies he's carrying around, right? Which I think just adds his personality. Yeah, okay, he's the pursuer. He's going to pursue you, and he's going to probably kill you or arrest you.
Yeah, so watch out for him.
The other thing I'm looking at, you know, when I was looking at this picture, like, I see his eyes. You know how they're kind of lit up? I'm like, well, does he see in the dark? Is that, like, the thing we're going for here? Like,
again, another Chronicles of Riddick thing. Turns out the pursuer is actually a Furion.
What do you guys think of his armor design?
Looking good. The whole thing has a really interesting design to it.
Right, it definitely does. I like it. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of him later on in the other trailers. I mean, this is still 6 months out, and we're looking at these, so we have another 5 months and at least 3 more trailers to go. So,
you know, trailers for trailers, like we did earlier.
Right. So the next thing here is, I'm assuming this is going to be Star-Lord's arm.
Yeah.
He has some sort of device, taps it, opens up a door. Do you guys think this is like his personal hideout? Maybe a compartment of his ship? Like,
yeah, probably like a smuggler's compartment.
Right. I'm thinking he kind of has his own like Slave One type of ship, you know, and you know this is going to be something hidden in there that he doesn't want anybody else getting into, because it looks like it's going into his skin, like scanning his DNA or something. So,
yeah.
You know,
I mean, they're already writing, you know, Star-Lord is basically a mashup of all the great, you know, space badasses, Han Solo, Jack Sparrow, Mal Reynolds. They're basically all in here a little bit, so why can't he have a secret hidey hole?
Right, I agree with that. Now, the next scene is when we're going to go on to the, you know, talking about all of them showing up in their, you know, when they're being profiled here by the 5-0, the Space 5-0, I should say, which we'll get to after.
Good old Space 5-0.
First, we got Drax the Destroyer.
That dude is fucking jacked.
Dude, Batista, holy shit. I can see where he puts the steroids.
His muscles have muscles.
Now, the interesting thing is, a lot of people are already getting on the hate bandwagon. Oh, they're not tattoos. This adds more personality to them. They're like burn marks.
Yeah, scars or something.
Yeah.
It looks kind of gross, actually, to look at it for too long.
Right, and I mean, just clearly looking at him, I could see one eye is kind of white while the other one's normal. Like, he's clearly been through a lot of shit in this by this time. So
He needs some motion.
he's not a galactic bounty hunter called the Destroyer because he's fucking la-di-da running through space with flowers. So it'd only be right if he's scarred and beat the shit out of. So next up we got Gamora. This is probably going to be the most like complex character to explain.
Yeah. And yet the trailer does a good job with all these characters basically saying, you know, hey, he's an angry guy, she's an assassin, he's a raccoon.
Right. And you know,
they sum it up perfectly as much as you need to, where it's like, hey, this is what you need to know, now have fun.
Right, and you know, the thing here is we saw Thanos at the end of Avengers. She is his daughter. He's clearly going to play a part in this movie, whether they've announced it or not, which we know Marvel is so good at keeping secrets. They could put Robert Downey Jr. in this entire movie. We wouldn't know until it comes out. So,
Yep.
I am excited just to see what they're going to do with that, because even like her expression in this, it's not like, you know, happy or cocky like the other guy. She just kind of looks there.
Oh, she looks upset.
And, you know, if we look over on the side, we see, you know, she has obviously, like, neural implants and all that, not like breast implants.
Clearly.
Next up, we got Rocket. All right, guys, stop your hate. I said this the moment they announced this movie. They're never going to call him Rocket Raccoon. Rocket, you know, Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is going to be like, you look like a fucking raccoon in the movie, and he's going to start jokingly calling him that. So, I don't mind it. Like,
I mean, he's already basically primed to, you know, completely steal this whole movie already. So, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Right. I'm fine with this. Huge fan favorite here, Groot.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at Groot, he's obviously giant. Obviously one of the last of his species, just like the rest of all of these guys. When you look at the detail in him, you can tell he's has like a bunch of moss and a growth on him. Now, interesting, in the trailer, they said that he's being taken like a pet and watered. Do you think he's going to grow in this?
Would be cool.
I do. I think he's probably going to maybe start out as the like pot plant.
Right.
And then maybe like grow.
Make him grow maybe 3 or 4 feet, but during the last battle when shit goes down, I just want to see him scream, "I'm Groot," and just fucking grow to like a building size, you know?
You know they will. That's like their Hulk smash moment, you know?
Right,
They're going to build up to it. You got to earn that bit.
Now, we're going to go to this scene. We got one more look at Star-Lord here. You know, looking at his jacket and everything, just kind of, I'm assuming this is that jail cell, which we'll see a little later on, as they're being all marched down. And then we got him here, you know, in his crimes and what he's done. You know, counts of fraud and all that. Sexual assault was one of the crimes on here.
Ooh, that's a pretty hardcore crime, Star-Lord. Okay.
Sure thing, Star-Lord. That's our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, like we said, he's Indiana Jones, Jack Sparrow in space. To which, you know, some people have already, you know, like hardcore Star-Lord fans, have kind of already started the moaning, which, you know, I can't blame them because, again, I'll stay right up in front there, you know, that I don't know that much about Star-Lord, but from what I understand, this is a bit of a departure.
I'm going to say they changed Iron Man in the movies from what he was in the comics, and no one, you know, freaking, you know, bats an eyebrow at what Robert Downey Jr. did with it. Give it a chance. If you don't like it in the movie, then complain. Like,
it's still too early to tell, is what you're saying.
Right, I'm completely... Like, I love what he looks like. I love the jackets he's wearing. Of course, leather jackets. Why not? So there's this scene where we're talking about them all being marched through the jail.
This shot you have, it almost looks like the famous Beatles Abbey Road thing.
That's exactly what I was thinking, except it's being played, you know.
Hooked on a feeling.
Drax isn't in this scene either. That guy in the back behind Groot isn't Drax.
Right.
I wonder where he is.
Somewhere.
They got a special cell just for him, which, you know...
Yeah, max security.
They got a cell for him that has no one around that he could snap, and it's like, he's just enclosed in like a bunch of... I don't even know.
Yeah, we mentioned Hooked on a Feeling from before. Can I just say how awesome, you know, the musical choices for all the Marvel movies are, from AC/DC and Iron Man to just what I needed in the S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, and now this. They picked the best songs.
I think this one possibly sets it perfectly, because as we see here, you know, the headphones that he has in the old Sony Walkman, You know, this is a hint that, because we learned yesterday by looking through stuff, he was taken from Earth at age 9. He has spent, like, I would say 15, 16 years in space becoming this bounty hunter, and the only connection in history he still has is his Walkman and these songs that are on it.
Nice. And it's an interesting thing to note that in this world full of aliens, it's Star-Lord who's the most alien for being human. It's kind of an interesting take.
Right,
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait just to see where they go with that, but the next scene here, we're going to have a ship flying. We don't know who's in it, but if toys are any indication, this is going to be one of the ships that Rocket Raccoon.
It's actually Star-Lord's. It's called the Milano.
Okay, because they showed this one in the Rocket packs. I'm like, so I'm guessing maybe they'll both take control of it. Now, the interesting thing you're going to look at is below it. This is the Nova homeworld.
Xandar.
Yeah.
Looking
God
good.
Damn it.
Looking shiny.
And we've seen, of course, the pictures on this. This is when they're under attack. We saw what the set pictures were revealing. A bunch of aliens. We know Glenn Close is going to play Nova Prime down on this planet. As insane as that sounds.
I know. Did you ever think those words would ever leave your mouth?
Mind.
And great American actress Glenn Close will be Nova Prime. Wait, what?
I can't wait to see that on the trailer and just have people go, are they fucking serious?
In other news, Jane Judi Dench will be friggin' Madam Web.
Oh, God. So, we're going to jump to the next scene here. One of the few scenes in here where we see Star-Lord with the mask on, suited up, guns in hand.
Looking good.
Looks, them eyes, man, the glowing eyes. That is money shot right there. A quick scene right here, once again, of the Pursuer on this planet, which we'll get a little better look at later on. Damn, this planet looks shitty.
You know what it looks like to me?
What?
The Dark World.
A little bit.
It does.
It looks a little Dark World.
It does look like it, because they were going through different planets in the Dark World in different realms, so we don't know where they could end up. And the next scene here, I'm assuming this is a scene in jail, because look at what they're wearing.
Alien prisoners, man.
What tipped you off?
I'm gonna guess it's the uniform. Well, maybe it's a birthday party. I don't know.
This is just what tea parties in space look like.
Now look at that dude. Like, clearly, I want to see him and Drax duke it the fuck out.
That's a good design for an alien. Yeah, they're all good designs.
That is. Look at that dude with the long neck.
Effects. All practical effects.
All practical effect.
That's what I like to hear.
Is the blue dude with the neck is Andrew Garfield.
If
it's the practical effect, look at that fucking neck, dude. Here's two of the money shots here we're gonna talk about next. During the jail, clearly there's some sort of riot. Rocket riding on top of fucking Groot, shooting his guns.
Well, this is what's selling your tickets right here, everybody.
I will give up sex for the next 6 months to see this shit right now.
Again, let us reiterate. Marvel is putting out a big summer tentpole movie where a raccoon rides on a tree man shooting a gun during an alien prison riot. Drink that in. Drink it all in, everybody.
Soak the scene in, people.
The balls.
Before Wonder Woman as well.
The balls on this scene are insane. They're
You're
dragging
forgetting, though,
the floor.
the tree only has 3 words it can say. I am Groot. That's at the height of its intelligence.
Yep.
Well, it's not its intelligence. It's only because when Groot's species get older, their vocal cords harden.
True. Because he has spoken a lot in the comics before they retcon that out. But once again, here's a very detailed HD shot I want to make sure we look at in here.
Oh, how did I know you wanted this one?
He's mine. Fuck off. You have Chris Hemsworth.
No.
Oh,
okay, fine. You can take shirtless. You can take this shirtless Chris, but I got the other one.
How many shirtless Chris's are they going to have in the Marvel movies? Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth.
It's like a triple, like Chris gangbang of shirtlessness.
Watch out, Chris Tucker. They're going to want you for the next
Oh, God.
Chris Black Panther.
They're just casting every guy whose name is Chris.
They're trying to snatch them all up. Once again, here's another look at Gamora.
Hello, sexy green lady. Captain Kirk will see you in the next room.
Yes, she is from Star Trek. Good reference there, Joel.
And she's sexy and green, so...
Or did you not even watch those Star Trek movies, or are you just pulling out of your butt?
I'm pulling a lot
You only
of
watched
butts.
the new ones.
I'm pulling butts all over the place.
So, next scene here, a quick glimpse of like a battle. I'm assuming this is the attack on everybody. This is we're going to see the ships, Nova's fighting, evacuation of the planet.
Awesome.
If this is any indicator, this is going to be fucking epic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you know one thing that I have noticed in this trailer that they usually show in other Marvel trailers? This isn't going to be on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
none
is
of this
all
looks
space.
like it's on Earth.
Because that's the one thing people seem to, like, whinge about, like, oh, it was always on Earth. We want to see, you know, more Asgard or something.
Right.
Yeah.
If anything, there'll be early on stuff with Star-Lord and maybe a few flashbacks of him before when he gets taken. Other than that, it's all space.
I'm fine with them screwing Earth. Screw that planet, man. Space is where it's at.
Our next look here at Nebula.
Oh, that's a badass design.
Something amazing.
Oh
that is some design right there.
That's good. That's
And you wouldn't realize that it's Amy Pond either.
Right.
Oh,
you can't tell it's... Yeah, no.
That's good design. That's real good design. When you
The
can't
first
tell.
thing when I saw this picture, when I screen grabbed it, this almost reminds me, if they were to literally paint her orange and green, it'd be like, yeah, that's Vision right there. Like, look at how her head looks metallic and shit. Like, that is just awesome right there.
Well, it's nice to know they have the technology for practical effects if whenever they do get around to Vision.
You can tell the reason these scenes are in the trailer right now is because they are practical. Like, he's using actual makeup. There's no CG on her head. Like, that's just phenomenal.
Good work.
So, here's another look at the Pursuer with his
Looking
giant
badass.
gun. Once again, a better look at that planet they're on. Yeah, it does look like that planet from the Dark World. I'm not gonna lie. It does resemble it.
The Dark World's a little dustier. This one looks a little wetter.
Yeah, well, it does rain on other planets, Joel. You know.
Hey, I don't know much about this spaces stuff.
Spaces. Another scene here of Drax. All sorts of green stuff spilling. I don't know what's happening. Like.
He's drinking Ecto Cooler. His Ecto Cooler's exploded.
Mountain Dew?
Hey, even good movies need product placement.
Next up, he's wearing Adidas.
There you go. The Guardians love Adidas.
Just sponsorship. One more scene here. Gamora fighting in some sort of, maybe a spaceship, maybe. We don't have a clear look. For some reason, I'm feeling like this is leading up to reveal Thanos, like they're fighting towards to see who the bad guy around here is going to be, and like the next scene I'm going to assume is the same fight because we see Nebula and it looks like the same lighting type of deal. So these the two chicks are definitely going to have a showdown. I mean, you can't deny that.
Fight. That's
It looks like they're in like the temple that was at the start of the trailer,
Right.
or like a place inside that temple.
Right,
A similar place. Maybe there's more than one temple with the same architecture.
Maybe. So here's another one of Drax being choked the shit out of.
By Ronan the Accuser.
Dude, Ronan,
Yeah.
you can see the fucking hammer right there. Oh my god.
On the cape. They got the cape just right.
Dude, they got the cape. Everything. It's gonna happen.
We love you, Ronan.
It's gonna be fucking glorious. I can't wait. And we saw in the action figure what he looks like. Yes, he looks different than the comic version. They have to.
Everyone's
still a Kree.
different in this.
Yeah,
but
he's still a Kree, so be glad.
So there you go.
People. And he's blue, so we saw the skin, so there you go, guys.
Hey, we got a race of blue skin people. That's a win in my book.
Now, next up, Benicio del Toro as the Chris.
Oh, Liberace.
That is my Halloween costume next year. Is what that is. Televan Taval, the Collector, looking pimp as fuck. Look at that.
This is... Only James Gunn can pull this shit off.
Yeah, it's so weird and so out there and so just what, but you can't look away from it.
You know what he reminds me of in this scene with all the computers and shit around everywhere? You guys played Mass Effect, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Shadow Broker.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This is straight up Shadow Broker shit right here.
The Collector basically is the Shadow Broker.
Right.
Well, I don't know if they're like screens or not, or whether they're like tanks holding all these collection or something.
These collectibles.
He has a ton of collectibles.
He does. He has the Guardians of the Galaxy action figures before they even come out.
You remember during the Guardians of the Galaxy Spider-Man episode, he has Howard the Duck.
Ah,
That'd be amazing. Put Howard the Duck in a tube.
That's a freaking
Now,
crossover cameo.
do we want to talk about this? Because in the ending of Thor: The Dark World, during this credit scene where we see him, there's a cocoon behind him.
Yeah.
That's Adam Warlock.
Yes,
there's
maybe.
no doubts about it. That's gotta be him. I mean, why would they put that in there? Like, that's...
Thing is, will he actually be in the film or like set up for a sequel?
I feel like they're setting up, Warlock exists in this universe. If we do more, you're gonna see him, but guess what?
Well, that could possibly be the after-credit scene, like...
Could be.
Because we know this has nothing to do with the Avengers.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if they're going to use all the Infinity Gems, Adam Warlock is tied heavily to one of them, so...
Yeah.
You're going to have to go down that path when you get to that character, so you have to set the seeds, and, I mean, they said even during the early press release, the Guardians get together because, yes, one, they're doing something, two, they have to protect a valuable piece. Could they be smuggling, like, Adam Warlock's cocoon? Like,
Could be.
That's, my assumption there.
But maybe the Infinity Gem thing is just, is just a smokescreen, and it really is Adam Warlock that they're transporting, and he comes out at the
maybe
end.
they stole him from the Collector.
Right,
And that's what pisses the
and
Collector
he's like
off.
send like Korath after him.
See, that would make sense. And, of course, the Collector is working for Thanos, who also worked with Loki, connecting all this,
Oh, man, it's friggin' all coming together, man. It's all wet.
And don't
it's all
forget,
connected.
one of the keys is locked away with Odin, and Odin doesn't exist anymore because it's Loki. So they're
Actually,
getting
two.
gems.
Well,
Two of them, yeah.
Yeah, the glove and the...
Yep, the glove
Tesseract.
too. True. That is in his vault. Next scene here, we got a better look at Star-Lord piloting that ship.
And he's wearing his patch as well.
Yes, he is.
Have his Star-Lord patch from the comics. That is fucking amazing.
Paying some homage.
Now, one thing I want to talk about, Michael Rooker is going to be in this movie.
Damn right, as another blue skin character with a mohawk.
He's going to be Yondu. Now, the interesting thing is, when they do the prison scene where they list the compasses, him and Star-Lord are partners.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere in an interview with Michael Rooker that Yondu is sort of like the first Guardian of the Galaxy, and he makes the team.
Now, here's the interesting thing. While looking at, what we were seeing, the earlier pictures and the logos, Yondu in the leaked scene pictures, he has the Guardians logo, but not only that, his trench coat resembles Star-Lord's piece by piece. I went and looked at the stitching and everything as good as I could. It's all the same scene. So I'm like, is that like their trademark gang coat or?
At first I was gonna say, are they gonna have like a Han Chewie thing going on?
That would be amazing. Michael Merle. I want him to be Merle. I don't want him to be Yondu. I want him to be a racist alien.
Just Space Merle. God dang, humans are stepping on my stuff.
I want him to lose his hand and attach a fucking crazy thing on there. Be like,
A laser hook.
A laser hook.
Because it's space.
So here's another scene of Dave Bautista as Drax. This dude doesn't even have a neck.
Ew, all muscle.
He's looking pretty badass. Another scene here of Groot, and he tossed the dude like it was nothing to him.
He's Grooting
And
it up.
he's in that temple.
Once
as
again,
well.
right? He's in that temple. I'm
Same
starting
temple.
to lead like this is probably the end showdown as they're all fighting their way towards the end.
Yeah.
Right.
The next scene here, Star-Lord on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
look
my
at that.
god.
Oh, with the rain hitting him.
The rain, the trench coat, the mask. That mask, man. Oh god.
Another thing
I
that's
need
going to
it.
be really popular this Halloween.
Oh, I got people working on it for me. Here is the other money shot we're getting here. Rocket Raccoon. Hell yeah.
Character that all the children will love. How many plush Rocket Raccoons do you think they're going to sell this year?
I have two. One that looks
guess
over
you'll
my
get
bed. One that looks at me while I podcast. So I am a champion amongst nerds.
Damn straight.
And now we're going to go to the last scene here, which I want to talk about a bunch. Star-Lord? I'm assuming this is Star-Lord. It's got to be. Look at the helmet, the jacket.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The door is opening to space.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is going to be the scene from the recent Guardians run where he walks up the stairs and talks to Thanos.
Yeah.
Because Thanos, we saw those stairs. He's floating in space. I feel like it's going to be that conversation. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Also, in the recent Lego, the Lego sets that were released,
Yep.
it had his ship and Star-Lord like connected to the ship, like looking like he was doing like a spacewalk.
Right, right.
And that set also came with Ronan the Accuser and his ship.
Good bit.
They got to work all that in here somehow, and God, it looks fucking amazing. So overall, that's all, that. But we got this scene right here. This is the last one before the credits. All of them lined up together.
Look at them big damn heroes. Could they be more Firefly right now?
I know, right? This is totally Firefly right here.
or more usual suspects, even.
Oh, yeah. The team looks good, I will say. The CG's clearly not done yet, but it's only going to get better in the next 6 months. And then the logo. Fucking awesome. So what was your overall impression of the Thaw? Any of the dots connecting or anything that we haven't talked about yet?
It's an exciting trailer, no doubt about it. I mean, Marvel, they basically have trailers down to a science. Now, they don't really tell us anything in this we don't already know. We don't even really know the plot for the most part.
Well, the thing is, how I see this, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's something that, like, you go ask, like, Joe America, random person, who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? They won't fucking know. This trailer tells you who they are.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
It's doing the Iron Man thing. It's like, hey, it's okay if you don't really know who these people are. We're going to show you why you should care.
This is like, in my wildest dreams, when Iron Man 1 was coming out, if you would have told me this movie's going to be a success, in 5 years you're getting the Avengers, and 3 years after that you're getting Guardians of the Galaxy, I would have just laughed in your fucking face.
Again, I'm still kind of scared because, as I mentioned before, this is probably the ballsiest move Marvel has made. This is their biggest gamble. This is it. This is it's either gonna soar high and it's gonna be another great notch in their belt, or it's gonna crash and burn and they're gonna have to rethink some stuff. The
thing I'm getting from this is the most important part of the entire Marvel universe. We saw what happened with Green Lantern. If you fail the space element, you fail 95% of all your possible movies.
You shoot yourself.
It's so important because so much of the other characters depend on space. If this movie flops, you can't do Thanos because people will be like, oh, he's from that shitty movie. Like,
or people would be thinking twice.
Right. There's so much riding on this movie. Marvel's really got to tread carefully, and this has got to be out there, and when you read the interviews with Marvel and what they said, they went in there and told James Gunn, make this a James Gunn film. Don't hold back. And I'm just like, oh man, they're fucking nuts. Do they even know what they're asking for?
Make it weird, make it over the top, make it, kind of gross, actually, because that's the thing about all of his movies.
And I think what you gotta think here is, every Marvel movie is a different tone. Thor is completely different feeling from Captain America, to the point where if you don't see one and you see the other, you'd have no idea they're in the same universe unless there was those references, until Joss brings it together. So, this movie definitely has a lot riding on it, and I couldn't be more excited. I mean, this is it.
Yeah,
I'm hyped as fuck. I've been waiting 6 years for this.
Yeah, I've been waiting since late 09, early 10 when I first started reading Guardians. This is what I want.
I am excited, but I'm also scared, as I said before.
I'm pretty sure Sean is going to be excited as hell, because Sean loves the Guardians, so... So there's our breakdown, guys. Over the next couple of things, there's going to be more details, more stuff coming out. We'll be talking more about the Guardians in detail on other things, if there's any news that breaks out. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Thanks for joining us for this lengthy-ass breakdown. If you sat through it, you're one of the normal CBC champs. Anthony, Mitch, Santiago, Joe.
Our legion, our army.
Yeah, and the rest of you I'm forgetting, which is a list of 100 of you. Thanks for sitting through this.
You're all great.
You're all great. And Bobby loves you.
God damn it. Stop stealing my soul, Armin.